through my podcast file that I had through all my things. And show him a tax invoice. The logo that I bought. That's interference. They're here, man. We're live? Sweet. Hold on. This thing says we're live. Oh, that's perfect, man. Hello, everybody. And welcome to the Red Eye Hour.
Move that damn feather out the way.
Feather. Look at my feather. It's in the way. Put it down here. We'll put it down here like this. Is that better?
Yeah.
There we go. Welcome to the Red Eye Hour. And this is our Saturday special that we decided to do kind of at the last minute to wish everybody a happy Halloween weekend. So we're just having a little fun tonight, man. We got a little things out. We got a little Halloween music going. I was doing my Michael Myers earlier. People that follow the franchise knows that Halloween Ends is the latest movie, that came out this year. Last year was Halloween Kills, but it's supposed to be the last one. I actually personally haven't even seen it yet. I heard it's not that good. I'm not surprised. But, so this was my mask tonight. Took a couple pics, put it on TikTok, and made a couple posts about it. So, that was my whole look. So, yeah. I got a lot of cool masks. I actually used to do, other people's makeup on Halloween. I got into this thing, and I just dressed up for many years, even, as an adult, for Halloween, because I liked it. And I did, lots of zombies, so that was kind of, my specialty. I had Tam's been in a few costume contests through her work over the years. And I did her as a zombie, I did her as a witch, I did her as a vampire, and she won all those years. So that was pretty fun, but I haven't done it in several years, so man, I would need a whole season of practicing, because I can do prosthetics and all that. Which that takes a lot of time and lots of glue, and that shit has to stick to your face, and you gotta wear it all day long, and it's a whole process, but I really like it. I always thought to myself for a while, man, maybe that's what I should have done in life, maybe I should have worked in the movie business and did makeup and prosthetics on people. That would have been pretty cool, huh? Anyway, Antonius, my co-host, is here. What's up, man?
What's up?
The Philadelphia Phillies are in the World Series, and they're playing right now, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so he's listening to it.
They're losing. How about that?
And he's losing, and he's kind of preoccupied with that a little bit, so that's why he's saying
Damn
that.
right, it's the championship, man. What you talking about? They ain't been there since 2007 or 10? 7,
Yeah.
10? One of the two.
I understand. I'm just not a big baseball fan.
Well, boo to you.
And I didn't know you were a big baseball fan.
I'm a big everything Phillies fan.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. So, tonight, if anybody wants to share any spooky stories, also there's some other things I want to talk about too, man. And I just want to talk about it because it's freedom of speech. I can talk about it if I want to. So if you notice, I don't know, probably nobody's noticed, but I get an email at the beginning of the week from YouTube, and it says, hey, 3 of your videos have been taken down due to this copyright infringement thing. And I was like, huh. And it was the very first video I did, which was me and Josh, the very first one we did, which was technically episode 1. And then they took down last week's video with Justin Elston, my guest, and the video before that. Super random. And so they were contacted by this guy from this company called brandcrowd.com. and they're a place you can go, and they have like a logo maker, and you can use their logo maker and get ideas, and if you like it, you can go through them, and you can pay like where you have like a limited use, or you can buy like exclusive rights, or you could buy it completely out where they'll take it off their website and nobody else can use it, or you can do like a shared license, which is like what most people do. You know what I'm saying? So it was on one of my logos, because for the Red Eye Hour we have 3 logos. We have this one with the mic and the headphones and the plane behind it. There's like several layers to it, and the one with the eyeball, and those are all good. Those are all ones that I came up with, and the graphic artist I use like helped me put it all together. Shout out to him. And so, and the one in question was the one that's like, it looks like a neon sign and it says the Red Eye Hour. We don't actually use it too much, but we have used it here and there. And he was trying to say that I was using it illegally because I didn't pay for it. So I had to do some digging around, and we sent lots of emails back and forth to each other, like over 13. And I told him, listen, man, like I went through a graphic designer, like I bought it, da da da, and he was like, thanks for telling me like the background, I appreciate it. And he actually like sent me pictures. He's like, this is what ours looks like, this is what yours looks like, and I was like, okay, like I see what you were saying. And I said, and in the meantime, why this is happening, me and Tonius went through the website, and I was doing some updating to it anyway, like to the backgrounds and stuff like that, and I've been doing updates. I do updates every couple months and stuff, even if it's like changing titles to things and organizing it better. But I changed the background, and I went through, and we had Antonius change our watermark, because our watermark was that neon sign. And so while we were talking about this and trying to figure it out, in the meantime, I didn't want to use it, you know, just for like fair practices and etc. Right? So we went through and changed it. So now all the watermarks are changed. It's not in there. And we sent all these, and of course he like, you know, he's wanting me to either prove that I bought it or to buy it. You know what I'm saying? And I went through, and I did have an account with them. So I went ahead, just to be fair, because I'm not trying to get sued or anything. And I looked into like the counter, if I counter retracted the suit to him, like what kind of like legal things could happen, or I could get like my podcast shut down. So I just went ahead and purchased the license to use it just to be safe, and have in my files. And I sent that to that guy, but he still hasn't retracted my videos, which is weird because this guy works for a totally different company in Australia, and he's contacted YouTube, which they took my videos down, but I'm having trouble like getting a hold of YouTube. But anyway, I sent this guy from Brand Crowd the receipt that shows that I paid for that neon sign for my license for a whole entire year, and it's a shared one, so like, you know, so it should all be good now. But I don't know how long they have to retract my videos. They say after 90 days it'll go away. So we'll see. So that's what's up with that. And so yeah, if you're out there, if you work with them, just be careful, and you know, make sure you have copies of everything, so they don't come back and try to tell you that maybe like you paid for it, maybe you already did. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got proof, then you ain't got proof. So just, you know, good business practice on lessons learned on things. Just make sure you document everything and keep a file of it, and keep your ducks in a row. So yeah, scary stories of Halloween. Well, man, Halloween's always been one of my favorite holidays. I guess in my life, I know it's mainly when I was younger, maybe a couple in my adult life. The best parties I've probably ever been to were Halloween parties. You been to some good Halloween parties, Antonius?
Not really.
Okay.
What, man?
Let's see. Yeah, some pretty cool ones in college that I went to.
Never went to college, so no.
They were like a themed one. Well, just during my college years, I should say. I mean, there's all different kinds of people there, but it was like a themed Edgar Allan Poe themed party. So like each room was different, and that was one of the most interesting ones I've ever been to. Have you ever gone to the haunted houses in Kansas City?
No.
I've been once, a long time ago, and I went to they're down there by the river or whatever, those old warehouses called the Catacombs, and that shit was pretty crazy. Man, never been there, huh?
No.
Would you go?
It's too much of a reflex. I might hit somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it happens.
That's bullshit. Sorry.
It's like 30. It's like $30 a person. It might be.
Nah,
more.
see, nah.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not paying $30 for somebody to try to scare me.
But like you go into this place and it starts off like the one, what's it called, the Beast. Like when you walk in, it looks like you're walking into like the living room of like a Victorian house.
Too black, man. I can't see myself.
And there's like
It's terrible.
there's like a stairwell going up, and then like you don't have a guide that walks you through the thing. Like you're on your own, and so the people you with, like they're not with you. Like after a while, like after a couple rooms you go through, they've gone other directions and chose other doors to go to. So it might, like it could end up like you by yourself.
Nah, it's not good. I hope they got waivers for the employees against assault.
There's like a place, I don't know if it's in Kentucky or where it's at. You want to why don't you turn up the light thing a little bit on it?
Yeah, I know. I
want.
look like just a black spot. Yeah, I
You
know.
don't, man.
I just saw it on my phone, man. What you talking about?
You don't
man?
look like a black spot.
Lies.
I can see your face. Now you listen. Now you listen. Is it the game?
God damn it.
He's upset about the game, everybody.
God damn it.
Where's your costume? I just had my costume on earlier, everybody.
God damn it. Damn it.
I can't what? This is my costume. This is what I have on. I'm here. Michael Myers doing the podcast tonight, everybody. It's a crazy hair. Right there. Well, I said it in my solo stories, but I've been to that place called Witches and Warlocks, and I've been there where nothing has happened, and I've also been there where like some unexplained things have happened. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah, like unexplainable stuff, like cars not starting, and I remember it got really dark there. Like, it's never really happened to me before. Like, we were there, we were sitting in the car because we were freaked out because we just had like a bad feeling, pretty much. And in the car, and it wasn't because like there was clouds going over the moon, because we could see where the moon was still, so it wasn't that. But it just got like darker and like darker and darker to where we couldn't hardly even see each other like inside the vehicle. And that was one of the times where it was time to get out of there, like because that was like some weird unexplainable stuff. Oh, your vape is cool, man. Is that a light going up and on it?
Is that too bright for you?
No, you're good, man.
Oh, well.
You're good, man. Is she asking you what your costume is?
I don't have a damn costume if you're asking. Who's asking?
My mom.
Oh,
I have some masks you can put on.
Listen,
I got some crazy masks.
my ghetto life has only afforded me to believe that Halloween was all about free candy that my parents didn't have to bitch about.
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh my God.
This gorilla mask is from like the.
That looks like the gorilla mask from Trading Places.
It's from like the 80s.
That's what I said. Jim Belushi, Trading Places.
You know, like that.
You ever seen Trading Places?
Yes. Seen trains, planes, and automobiles.
Is that with what you call him, John Candy?
Yeah.
I think John Candy. Him and who is it? Trying to get
No.
back to Chicago or some shit like that.
Steve Martin and John Candy. Those two for sure. And trains, planes, and automobiles. Yeah, they're trying to get somewhere, man. They have a hell of a time. And they go to that place. My dad likes to quote it. He's like, "Train don't run out of Stubbsville." They're like in Kansas somewhere. Tina Strano says, "No, I thought you had makeup on." Me? No, that was a mask. I sent her a picture. Same picture I think I sent you. I sent it to a few people. No, it's a mask. It was a mask.
Makeup would take too long.
Yeah, makeup takes a minute. It's fun though if you know how to do it. Some people are really good at it.
I thought about a Halloween costume, but it cost too much money. I
What
wanted an
was that?
authentic Darth Vader.
Ooh, that would be cool.
But not for $1,000.
Yeah.
And then the cheaper ones, you know, I'm too old for that cheap shit.
Right. I would like to go to a Halloween costume party again sometime. Like a real one, you know, organized.
There are no Halloween parties for people of mature stature, should I say.
Well, maybe since now the Richards have bought the Ag Press place, you know, and turned it into the Press, it's going to be like a music venue now, and they do all kinds of different stuff there, you know, on Yuma.
Who bought what?
On Yuma Street, right?
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
The old Ag Press
The
building.
place that I never knew what the fuck they did, yeah.
Like Bill and Alex or whatever, them brothers, the Richard brothers, they own like Alliance Realty also. They bought it. And they want to turn it into like a music venue.
For who?
To have groups come and perform.
Listen,
And like
man,
and then
listen,
hold
man.
like other like events and stuff there. I think it's a great idea.
For who though? What age group?
I'm sure. I think they.
Listen, well, I guess what
Well, I'm not them, so I don't know their business plan.
I guess
but,
what
like,
I'm getting to, if what's over here? Damn it, the club used to be open over here.
Bobby T's.
Bobby T's.
Yeah.
If Bobby T's was still open and having a Halloween costume party, I'd go to that because I know there ain't a bunch of fucking college kids running through there.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
If they building another place for college kids to take over, and I ain't got nothing against college kids, but y'all got Aggieville.
Well, I don't know because
And then when we go to Aggieville, oh, what y'all doing here? Y'all too old. Well, listen, y'all need a place for mature audiences.
no, that's what I know what you're saying, and I totally agree. Is this your earbud, man? Huh?
What?
Are you listening to it in your earbud?
Yeah, man. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. God damn it.
What's the score?
It's 5-1.
Mm.
But last night it was 5-0, and we came back to win 6-5.
What inning?
It's bottom of the eighth.
Oh.
Yeah, game
It's
over.
over.
Well, we'll walk out of Houston 1-1. And for those who
Well,
like,
yeah, man, you got plenty of time.
well, listen, I wanted to steal both games. I'm greedy. Shit.
It's exciting.
But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is this a place when you say music venue? I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, well, they're our age, so I don't know. Maybe they're gonna.
But they think they're already, so they think about this.
right.
And who's gonna bring in this?
The college kids.
Okay,
But they
man.
could have some like certain special groups come that are like they know that like a certain age of people are gonna come to it, you know, and then cater towards them and advertise it towards them.
Because
know?
I'm not going to Blue Hills.
Right.
I'm no
Yeah.
disrespect.
Yeah.
But,
not
I
going
mean,
there either.
They have events every fucking blue moon.
Right.
You know, and I'm just gonna be straight up for diverse crowds.
Right.
Because I'm not a country music guy. God bless you guys, but that ain't my cup of tea.
Right.
And that's probably where Archie McGraw's is. But again, Bobby T's, I would go there and dress up because of the crowd.
Bobby T's?
If it was still open.
If it was still open.
Yeah.
And there's not another place.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
The high-low's too small. You know what I'm saying? But it's right in the middle of Aggieville, so again, you know?
Yeah, it's...
So, yeah, so we'll see what happens with the Ag Press. I mean, I think it's cool, and I think they have some good ideas.
That's a big building. I mean...
Yeah, like this weekend they're having like a trunk or treat, and they're having a whole bunch of stuff like that happen, and I think they're also using it for like bands to store their stuff that are like traveling on the road, like going from like another state to Colorado, and they can store their stuff there. They've also been using it for that to make some more extra side money. You know what I'm saying? Ray says, bruh, busiest weekend on beer I have ever had here, and that includes Fake Patty's Day.
See?
Oh, they're getting twisted.
Yeah.
Tonight they are getting twisted.
I wonder how many DUIs.
How many rapes? Seriously, man. It's a real thing, man.
Well, I know.
I know it's pretty raw. I said it like that, but seriously, like...
Yeah, somebody's going to throw on their mask and...
Somebody's going to wake up on a mattress in a basement of a fucking...
You right.
Of a big-ass house going, where the fuck are my pants at? You know what I'm saying? And like, don't know what the fuck's going on. Might have puke on the side of your face, you know? Not good.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I was just like... I mean, it's harsh, but it's true. It's true. I mean, it's terrible. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
This motherfucker right here, bro. John Canaris. Needs to have my videos retracted back to YouTube.
Oh man, he's full of shit.
He's in Australia.
He didn't say good day, mate, to you.
He is a intellectual property infringement specialist.
Intellectual property infringement specialist. Okay, whatever.
That means I have an AI bot that goes through YouTube videos and flags things that look like logos that they have on their website, and they can go, oh, maybe this person didn't pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, again, I wonder how popular they are that you go straight to let's remove the video instead of contacting this person.
I know, man. That's
I mean,
stuff.
small potatoes. Let me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. $60, bro. $60. That's it.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's small potatoes. I mean, this motherfucker act like it was DEF CON, the quote, yay, DEF CON 3 on the videos, bro.
Just taking down things. I was like, whoa, man. And I want to get to this. And half of it was a sales pitch, and I was like...
Oh, he was giving you a sales pitch?
Like, oh, if you get this, it'll be 33% off if you know, I was like, listen, like that. So then I send them this. My tax invoice that shows that I paid the premium logo pack for that neon sign logo for $60.
So you paid for it?
Yeah.
So what is he talking about?
So he needs to put it back, he needs to put my videos back up.
Why ain't that YouTube? That's why I get confused.
Yeah, and I can't get a hold of YouTube.
Well, that's why I'm getting confused.
I tried to reply back to the email that they sent me about my videos, and it's like, oh, this is it doesn't go anywhere. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to talk to anybody? And they ain't got no phone numbers.
Of course not. Go to Twitter.
Yeah.
Yep. Even though Elon Musk is taking it over, and
I know Ray's good at that shit. Ray can go on there and be like, "Hey Domino's, you fucked up my breadsticks," and like he gets a reply. And gets
well, yeah, because when you at somebody,
right?
and when I mean like at Domino's Pizza, bro, they see that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go on to fucking YouTube and at YouTube, hey, you motherfuckers, blah 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 blah.
You can help me with that.
I listen. Ever since Elon Musk took over Twitter, that app is gone.
Should I delete it?
Nah, that's on you. I mean,
I can't even get into it anyway, man. They
most people
blocking me out.
He's turned it into this propaganda shit, bro, and he's allowed all these races and shit to be saying whatever they want to say. Nah, I'm good with that. And, freedom of speech, bitch. Freedom of speech has limitations.
Yeah.
It's not absolute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. I'm getting to a certain point. I really am. That most of these people just need to be 6 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it.
I hear you.
They're playing around with something that is so dangerous. People want to talk about something scary. You're fucking with democracy over here, and you think it's funny.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just so sick. Look, for real. Elon Musk is terrible. You're doing this shit because you think it's funny. Because you're rich and your little high ass stature, you don't think nobody can touch you.
Right.
That's where he's wrong. I mean, you can be touched. I mean, hey, Nancy Pelosi's house got broken into.
It did too. Just a day or two ago.
So, bro, you can be touched.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just fuck Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay, he should have just. And why did they sell Twitter to Elon Musk? Money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over billions of dollars.
Millions.
He goes in there and he fires people for no undue reason just because he can.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna fire the person that banned Donald Trump. Well, he was supposed to be banned. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not trying to get off your Halloween special.
Halloween special with Antonius. I want to read one of my. I think I'm gonna do a. All right, so I got an idea for the solo stories. Okay. I think I might do them, but since we can't edit very good, I think I'm just gonna do it like where I'm gonna sit here and maybe be low lighting like this, and I might have like some type of eerie music playing in the background that I think goes with the story, and I'm just gonna read it like on the thing, but I'll still like add it to like the audio podcast. You know what I'm saying? Where it's really meant to just like listen to it, right? But I'll have to do it by like recording myself, I guess, unless I can put up like the logo or something. But I'm not sure because I don't know how to do it sometimes. Okay. But I was gonna read a story for Halloween, and then I can end it. How long have we been going for? Let me check.
Going for 10 hours and 2 minutes, man.
10 hours? Where does it even say that?
You can't see it, man.
28 minutes ago.
See, I told you, your mom said she couldn't see my face. I told you it was too dark in here for my beautiful brown skin.
Let's see if I can find the story, and then I'll read it to y'all. If I can find it. Because it's on this other phone.
So Ray was bragging about contributing to all the DUIs and rapes tonight.
Okay. Alright, I got a story, everybody. Okay? It's called My neighbors are fucking creepy.
Well, she is.
And I got it off Reddit, okay? They moved in under the dark blanket of the night. My wife Agnes thought they had just run behind schedule. I thought that they wanted to avoid being seen. Either way, we ended up with new next door neighbors. And they fucking ruined everything. Agnes wanted to bring them a casserole after all. That's the neighborly thing to do. And I told her to wait until they got more settled. And that we shouldn't just be bothering them so soon after they arrived. I really just didn't want to go at all, and I figured she'd forget about it after a few days.
Forget about it.
She didn't, but they wound up beating us to it. 2 days after they moved in, there was a sound outside our door, and Agnes and I were sitting in the living room watching repeats of some crime show. She was obsessed with those. When the knocks echoed through the halls, I saw Agnes nearly jump out of her skin.
Who the hell is
After
Agnes?
all, it was after 9 p.m. His wife,
Oh.
who would be at the door, who would be at the door so late? That's what they were wondering, right? So I flipped on the porch light and I walked slowly to the door, making sure to grab the bat that I kept handy as I walked. I looked down the glass side lights, expecting to see some disheveled woman pleading for help or maybe a masked man hoping for an easy entry. It was neither. Instead, I saw our new neighbors, all 3 of them. They looked awfully pale, even in the dim light. The wife was holding some sort of baking dish covered in tin foil. I couldn't help but notice they all were wearing turtlenecks, even in the middle of August. I didn't want to let them in, but I didn't think I really had a choice. We had to be nice to these people. I invited them into the kitchen to sit down while Agnes grabbed a robe and joined us. The woman introduced herself to me as Cornelia, along with her husband Christian and their son Charles. She thrust the dish into Agnes' hands as she walked into the room, proudly proclaiming, "I made this just for you. I really hope you like it." "It's her family's recipe," Christian added, beaming as he looked over at his wife. I started to tell them that we had already eaten, but Agnes cut me off. "What is that?" "How thoughtful of you. We would love to try some with you all. Come, sit down. I'll grab some bowls." I shot her a glance that I hoped that said, "Really, honey? Really? Why?" But she either didn't understand or ignored me. Instead, she pulled out some dishes from the cabinet and called our teenage son, Marcus, downstairs. We all sat down as Cornelia dished out heaping bowls of whatever she made and handed the 3 of them to us. It looked like a soup, but was like red and gooey with like little chunks of meat swirled around in it. And I could smell the intense stench of like garlic mixed with like other assorted herbs and spices. Agnes was the first to try it, taking a hesitant spoonful to her mouth and smiling before swallowing it.
Gross.
Cornelia watched her intently, seemingly waiting for her to react. "Wow, this is amazing," my wife lied. "What's in it?" "Oh, I couldn't tell you that. It's a family secret." Cornelia replied, smiling. My wife shot Marcus and me a warning glance, and we each obligingly swallowed a spoonful of whatever it was. It was hard to choke down, and it burned my throat in a way I never felt before. Marcus looked at me, and I swear I saw a tear welling in his eye. "Christian, Cornelia, Charles," I started. "Would you like any? I could get some more bowls." "Oh no, we've already eaten. Thank you, though. Thank you." I swear he was smirking at me. Oh fuck. Something wasn't right. I was starting to feel dizzy. Before I could speak, Marcus interrupted me and said, "I'm sorry, I have a lot of homework to do. I should go upstairs." "Thanks for the soup, though." "But Marcus, you've only eaten 1 bite," Cornelia said, rising with him. He quickly grabbed the bowl, nodding at her and carrying it begrudgingly upstairs. I knew he wouldn't eat it, but he was a good kid for doing it. Of course he took it with him. Agnes and I made small talk for a while, avoiding eating the wretched soup as much as we could. Every now and then, we'd each fake a spoonful before returning it to conversation. Eventually, I took it upon myself to end the evening. I told them I was exhausted and that they were quickly ushered out. I didn't sleep well that night. My stomach was churning and I nearly vomited with every toss and turn. I could tell Agnes didn't feel right either. I heard her getting up several times and dry heaving into the toilet. I wanted to go comfort her, but I could barely move myself. It took our family 2 days to recover from Cornelia's soup. Marcus was out of school and Agnes and myself called in sick to work. I wanted to yell at her for making us eat it, but it wasn't her fault. I have a feeling if we didn't eat it, it wouldn't have ended well for us. On the third day, I finally felt well enough to go outside. I like to garden in the evening after the sun's hot rays have gone down. I was in my backyard tending to the rose bushes when I saw her. Cornelia. She was watching me out the second floor window of their house in what I assumed to be her bedroom. And the way she looked at me disturbed me, like I was prey, like she was just waiting for the right moment to strike. I looked up and I waved at her, smiling as though I wasn't shitting myself in fear. She simply raised her hand, waving at me before turning away. A week later, there was another knock at the door. This time it was closer to midnight. Agnes and I were about to go to bed when we heard it, and with a sigh, I got up to answer it. No one was there. I almost shut the door then and there, but decided to step onto the porch and look around, and that's when I saw the box. Against my better judgment, I brought it inside. Locking the door behind me and setting it down on the table, I started to open it, but felt a heaviness in my chest as I did so. Searing pain raged through my hands as I slid open into the box, pulling out a large metal crucifix with a piece of paper attached to it. I read it, and the cross slipped from my hand, and I screamed for Agnes and Marcus, telling them to get in the car immediately. They found us. We drove into the night, pulling into the nearest motel at the first sight of light. I thought we had been so careful, but somehow I overlooked something. The soup, the watching, it all made sense. Everything we did, every move we made, we were being observed. It all hit me at that moment. I read the note. It was a recipe for Cornelia soup. Tomatoes, ground beef, paprika, salt, pepper, chicken broth, garlic. The last ingredient. That's why we had gotten sick. It was all a test, and we had failed. Under the recipe was a note in a loopy, elegant cursive. We know what you are. These vampire hunters are getting better and better. The end. Good story, huh?
It must be a part of the Winchester family.
Yeah? What'd you think? Did you like it?
I mean, it had a twist.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Because the people.
So there's my little story I read for
the
Halloween.
people who's giving people nasty soup, that they're the weird ones. Like, well, why y'all giving soup to people that makes them sick?
But it was the people that were telling the story. They were the vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the neighbors were vampire hunters, and they were on to them.
They must don't eat deer. They must don't suck the blood of deer. That's why they was hunting them down. Well, I mean, you don't kill humans. Vampire hunters don't know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, any good stories from like the past that were like that could be like you could tell for the spooky season?
I mean, any story that I would have to tell is short-lived. It's quick, fast, and a hurry.
Yeah.
There was always, some devilish scheme behind it, I guess. I mean, if anything, like I told you earlier, only thing I got is went to some girl's house, chasing some girl, her and her girlfriends, started playing with a Ouija board, and I'm just like, well, I saw the movie Ouija. And everybody saw that. You seen that movie?
Ouija?
Ouija. You
Yeah, I've seen it, but it's like fairly new though.
No. Oh, shit. No, Ouija board or Ouija. I don't know. It was one of those.
Like in the 2000 teens, man.
Was it?
Yeah.
Movie Ouija board. Is that what it was called? Which board?
Which board?
Oh, okay, so we've got
That's
which.
completely different.
But I'm saying we got which board and then
There's the
Ouija. That's 2014, but
Ouija.
so,
It's
Ouija,
'cause it's a Ouija board.
whatever. Let me see this trailer. Oh, that one looks crazy. But anyway, they playing with a Ouija board. You know, I'm thinking it's full of shit. You know, because they're moving it around.
Right.
Then all of a sudden you hear the beep, 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 and you're like, what the fuck is that? You go into her kitchen, her fucking kitchen caught on fire. And I was like, I mean, to the point that we're, no, my bad, the neighbor's house caught on fire.
Oh.
That's what caught on fire, and the smoke came through the fucking window. That's what set off her
Alarm.
alarm. But I'm just like, y'all setting people's houses on fire? And I left.
Right.
Okay. I left.
Uh-huh.
Fire, for real, like, bro, the fire department comes, just like, damn, do you tell somebody that they did it? Or do you even believe that they did it?
Right.
'Cause you got 3 females, and I'm just like, you know, I'm young and dumb, and I'm like, oh, 3 witches, this is sexy. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, oh, they into witchcraft, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then when they set the house on fire, and I'm just gonna say they did, you're like, oh, I can't fuck with these people because if I piss one of them off,
Yeah.
they can fuck me over because they know witchcraft.
Right.
Now again, I know that might all sound crazy, but you playing with this devil board, okay? And again, I'm sitting there thinking they moving it.
Right.
You know, come on, man. I'm like,
Yeah, I played the Ouija board.
and they're asking those questions, yes, no, and spelling shit out. I'm just like, ask it if I'm gonna be able to sleep with one. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm terrible, I know, but that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
You know, fucking horny ass teenager. You know. But yeah, once the house caught on fire, bro, it's like I ain't never talked to that girl again.
Wow.
I couldn't. My mind wouldn't let me let go of. Is this real? Is this reality?
Right.
Is it just a coincidence or is it not?
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like when you dibble and dabble in that shit, and
your
I don't
The
understand.
logical mind wants to be like, oh, it's probably a coincidence that it started on fire. But then the other side, because sometimes you just can't explain that shit away.
Well, again, like
could have been.
I said, I watched that damn movie,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like it had to be the 1984 one. But I'm just like, yeah, there ain't nothing good coming out of this.
So is that the only time you play Ouija board?
Yeah, man, I don't fuck with the evil spirits, bro. That's for other people to do.
Yeah, me and my dad used to do it quite a
See,
bit.
there you go, man. There you go. You and your dad, man. You can't talk about him, man. You can't talk about him.
Yeah, one of the last times we ever played it together, I was like a teenager, and he'd wait till like midnight and like turn down the light.
What kind of father-son activity is that?
I don't know.
I'm just asking.
A weird one.
Hey, let's play the Ouija, son.
And we always got the same ghost called Red, which I always thought was weird. And I always thought, too, like, is he really moving it? You know what I'm saying? Because I was really trying to barely touch it. And really
Well, that's
trying
what
to do it
happens.
for real.
You're barely trying to touch it,
Right.
but there's somebody touching it.
And so, at first it'd start off slow, but then it'd get going. But I'd be like, is he moving it?
See, that's what your mind.
Right.
You're lost
Because you
in.
want it to be moving too, though. You know what I'm saying?
But then you're distracted by, is he moving it?
Right. So whenever we ask questions or try to contact the ghost, we always sometimes we just got like letters, and because you have to write it down and shit, and try to, sometimes it was like a puzzle, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes we didn't get anything, like nothing made sense, right? But if we did, we got this ghost called Red, R-E-D, right? Well, anyway, I asked it this one question, and
Tired and extremely dangerous.
And I asked it this one question, and that little triangle piece went and like went off the board. My dad goes, "Oh, maybe we should stop. Like it spooked him, right?" And I was like, "Okay." So he was like packing it up, putting it in the box, turning on the lights, right? And I was like, he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go to bed now." Like it freaked him out, type shit, right? And I was like, "Okay." And I had this black Nike sweatshirt on, right? It had a little white Nike symbol here. And I went into my room and like I took it off like this and I threw it onto my bed so where the back of the shirt would be facing me. And right on the back of it, man, like someone had put their hand in a on a real dusty shelf, real dusty, right? And then placed it on the back of that black sweatshirt. There was like a perfect handprint on the back of that sweatshirt. And I was like, whoa. And I like showed it to my dad, like picked it up and was like, look, when I took out my sweatshirt, look what was on the back of it. And he didn't have much to say about it. But we never played it again after that day. Pretty crazy, huh?
No. I'm still wondering what kind of father-son activity is that. That's all. Hey, let's play the Ouija board. That's what we're gonna do. You know?
Right? I played it with like the Leonards once, and like Vern Taylor and all them. They're like, let's play the Ouija board. I said, okay, if you want to, right? And we got it out. And we're over there at my dad's house, and he was playing in the band, right? So like it was late. It was like midnight, and we got it down, and like they were fucking with me. Like they were moving it, and they were saying shit like spelling out like "kill JM," and I was like, "Fuck you guys," right? Because like Vern was the one writing down like what it said. You know, he was the person sitting over here that wasn't touching the board. Well, then they were like, okay, for real, let's do it for real now, like,
Oh my
right?
God.
And they were like, okay, and they put their hands on it. We all did, and then Tony Leonard goes, okay, if something's here, give us a sign and make a noise. And the fucking back door handle goes like that. Boy, they jumped up so fast, man, and we're out the front door and running across that Northview field. Like you wouldn't believe, man. I was like, thanks for leaving me here.
Well, that was your dad coming in.
But I'll put it away and everything. It's okay.
That was your dad. He did that.
My dad, he wasn't even there.
How you know?
He was playing in the band.
Man, you don't know that.
He was gone.
No, you don't. You don't know that.
Yeah, I do. 100%.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
You don't know that, man.
I do.
You don't.
His vehicle and everything was gone. He was not there.
He came parked down the street.
He wasn't him, bro.
Okay. I mean, who was it?
It was paranormal.
It was your dad.
He wasn't there.
It was your dad.
He didn't come home for hours.
So who was it? What was his name?
Who?
And how did they make it out of there alive?
What are you talking about?
Out of your dad's house? Because any goddamn spirit living in your father's house don't want nobody of your friends in his home. So if he said, he should have been locking the door like, I got y'all.
No, it was just to scare him, I think. Just to
Nah.
And they all jumped up and like, we're gone. You think they ever came back? You think they ever asked to play that game? No.
See, you can't be asking me questions like that, see, because I can't say something.
It was funny though. The point of the story was it scared the shit out of them, and you should have seen how fast they got out of there.
Yeah. Okay.
After they were like trying to mess with me, saying like KILLJM right there, and I was like, okay, funny, you're moving the thing. You know what I'm saying? I was like, let's do it for real. Let's do it for real. And they're like, okay. And Vern's sitting over there in my dad's recliner. Because he's writing down all the letters it's giving us, you know what I'm saying? And then Tony Leonard goes, okay, if there's anything here, give us a sign and make a noise. And the back door, like someone jiggled the handle. And that's it. They were like, they jumped up from the table like, I'm out, right? And ran across that field so fast. We were young.
Pat Benatar.
pretty young though. Probably like in middle school or something. You know?
Yeah.
Could it have been my dad? I guess that's a possibility. But
Somebody he told to spy on you.
But I was there, and I'd been there a lot of times by myself on a Friday and Saturday night when he was off playing in the band, and he didn't come home until after the bars closed, which was after 2. So
You don't think you could have had somebody spying on you?
no, I had mad babysitters for a lot of my life.
Babysitters when you little, man. You know what a refrigerator was?
Yeah, I'm talking about a little kid.
Like how little?
Like when you're a little kid, like little, you have to have a babysitter. But when I got to a certain age, no, I didn't have no babysitters. I knew how to cook for myself and clean for myself and all that
What?
as a young age, you know?
What planet are you from?
What are you talking about?
You from Earth?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. Okay, I understand now.
What?
Nothing.
All right, man. So, do you have any stories you want to tell? Or you want to end it?
I don't have any stories. I told you, man, Halloween for me is all about free candy. I'm from the ghetto. Okay? We dressed up, we got our old pillowcase. Mom cut some eye holes in it. You a ghost. Okay, man, I mean, it was all about the free candy for us,
Yeah. I mean, I did the same thing when I was a kid.
you know. Nowadays, I mean, again, if there was a mature costume party, listen, man.
I'm sure if we did some research, we could find one. It might be in Kansas City or
I'm
something.
about to say it ain't gonna be here, which is gonna cost more money.
Well,
Okay.
for the
Listen, and
experience.
again, I have nothing against those who want to sexify the Disney characters. Trying to keep it PG, trying to keep it PG.
Oh, at the costume party?
In Aggieville.
Oh.
Yeah. I get it. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But you would like to be able to go into a certain environment
It's the
and
night where you can be somebody else.
I ain't gonna say
It's the night where you can be somebody else.
that. Yeah, you're right. You could be somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Most women choose to be sex objects.
Yeah, that's popular.
But then it goes back to what you said in the beginning. They're going to be rapes.
All that alcohol is being sold.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, man, we just wanted to do a little Saturday night get together because we didn't do one last night, man, because we'd be tired on Fridays.
He be tired. I was tired too, but he went to sleep.
He's tired on Fridays too.
No, I'm tired on Saturdays.
He's been tired on Fridays.
Hey, listen,
Because we
man.
haven't done it on Fridays because you were tired.
Man, listen, I get up at 3
I
something
know,
in the
man.
morning, bro.
Nobody's
Okay.
saying anything.
Okay, and you sitting up here complaining about sometimes I'm tired. You goddamn right.
I know. I'm not
Cause
saying
while
anything
I'm
about you.
up driving, and hell, probably damn near to Kansas City. What time you get up?
I don't know, 6.
6. Hell, man, I'm on my way to Kansas City. I done
Right.
had 5, 6 stops already. You just now waking up like, oh.
Well, yeah, but that's what
Okay.
it is.
And here's the sad part. Sometimes I don't get off until after he does. So I've worked damn near 12 hours. Yeah, bro, I'm tired.
I know. Nobody said there was.
Man,
no one said anything
nah,
about it.
man. You was tired yesterday. That was the point. You trying to throw me into that equation because
Yeah, I was tired yesterday, man.
it happened. You know, I did it, but I didn't do it yesterday. So
Right. But so we thought we'd get on tonight and do it for fun, man. Say happy Halloween to everybody and be safe out there.
yeah,
And have fun though.
don't get raped.
Have some good experiences.
See, you can't say shit like that.
Sure I can, man.
No, you can't because the rapist might think I'm gonna have a good experience. You can't say that.
Of going out and dressing up and meeting new people and
I did see a tweet though, like
you know, that kind of stuff.
I did see a tweet where someone was like, you know, it's a damn. She's like, if Jeffrey Dahmer had preyed on young white women, then you people wouldn't be dressing your kids up as Jeffrey
yeah,
Dahmer.
you were saying that. Mhm.
Now I had to think about that. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, is that true? I mean, pretty
Yeah,
much he
they have
was.
since the last.
I mean, come on, bro. What is
this
the
year? So
what is the you know what is this? I don't know. Obsession
I know.
with
Serial
celebritizing, goddamn.
serial killer.
Yeah. What is that all? I Hollywood aspect, they're trying to make cha-ching.
Right.
And then I guess when the costume aspect comes to it, they're trying to make cha-ching. But who in their right mind would say, I'm going to dress my child up, or I'm going to dress up as somebody who was cannibalizing, eating people.
People are sick, man.
That's who I want to be. That's who as you said, that's who the somebody else different I want to be tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn, if you think like that, do you really want to do that? See, that's why I would question somebody's psychology. Like, why you dressed up as Jeffrey Dahmer, bro? Oh, I just think he's cool. Oh, you're a bad person.
What about me dressed up like Michael Myers?
Well, Michael Myers is a fucking asshole. Okay, he won't die.
And he's a fictional character.
Yeah, well, that too. But he won't die, bro.
So, to end the podcast.
The end of the podcast, that's my cue to get up.
I'll put my mask back on. Happy Halloween, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Red Eye Hour. And have yourselves a ghoulish weekend.